Welcome back. All right, we're going to talk about a goaltender for this year's draft, Michael Hrabal. A very large goaltender, 6'6", 216 pounds. I'm used to saying 190 something pounds, but in his case, 216 pounds. So he's 199 centimeters, 98 kilos for those who use the metric system for their heights and weights. But he is ranked pretty highly amongst goaltenders. Could go first. He might end up going second. It can be harder to predict with goalies. I'm going to say he goes first. I'm going to say San Jose snags him either late in the first round or they somehow finagle a deal to get him in the second round. So Elite Prospects has him at 54th on their board. McKean's has him at 44th. Elite Prospect has him, or Hockey Prospect has him at 24th. Hockey News has him at 25th, and Bob McKenzie has him at 39th. So late first round, early second round, the likeliest spot we'll see him get drafted. So for Hrbal's numbers, 2021-2022, playing on the under-20 version of the Sparta Hockey Club, 24 games, a 2.14 goals against average, and 936 save percentage. Excellent numbers. So he came over this past season and played in the USHL. He played for Omaha. 31 games, 2.86 goals against, 908 save percentage. So his numbers nowhere near as good in the USHL, but there is a reason. He is also headed to the University of Massachusetts. So when he hits UMass, my guess is his game will get better. And there are certain parts of his game that definitely need to get better. He did play on the weakest of the USHL teams, so that would hurt his numbers. So that's going to depress your save percentage, raise your goals against average, and all that other fun stuff. But in general, he's a very good goaltender, and he's most well-rounded in this class. So there's nothing really in particular that stands out as being a problem with his game. Really, in all honesty, he is very well-rounded. He's got a little bit of everything to his game. And so he's seen as kind of a safe pick that way, too. He's athletic, and he's got good rebound control. So he's good at the kick saves and everything else. He's also good at absorbing rebounds, which is key. How many times during the playoffs did I talk about a goaltender controlling rebounds and that being the winning goaltender, right? So it seems like now we've got the goaltenders, the really tall goaltenders, and the ones who are able to just absorb the puck. Might drive fans crazy seeing so many stoppages, but the guys who just, I'm going to hold this, very often end up being the winning goaltenders. He did have some conditioning issues this season, and as goaltenders are going along and you have busier schedules maybe than what they're used to, that's going to happen. So that's something he'll be working at UMass this year. It doesn't seem like it's anything major. It just seems like it's one of those things that caused him to have a bit of an issue during the season where his conditioning wasn't where you would want it to be. He is very likely the first goalie taken, but Augustine may bump him down. Augustine, I believe, U.S.-born goaltender there. Hrabal may end up going first. Augustine may end up going first. It'll be interesting to see who does actually get to be the first one off the board. And again, the consistency has been a bit of an issue at times, which loops back to the conditioning issue too. So these two things definitely related to one another. And it's the thing that goaltenders have to use or learn from. And it's one of the reasons why it can be so difficult to, when a goaltender's 18, project how they're going to be when they're 25 or 26, which is usually when goaltenders start to really commit to their own, right? So there are a couple of, I wouldn't say red flags, but maybe yellow flags there. However, it's nothing major that should ward a team off from picking him if they need a goaltender. He compares to Ottinger, and this was, I saw this on a couple of reports. He compares to Ottinger in that scouts feel that he was better than his numbers indicated in this draft year. That the raw skill is there, and the overall, everything you're looking for in a goaltender is there. And so you have to kind of see beyond some of the numbers and probably see beyond some of the consistency and a couple of little issues that are there. But in general, he's seen as the one who has the most upside, pretty safe pick. And again, the most well-rounded goaltender in the draft class. And also, he's absolutely bloody huge, which seems to make a difference when it comes to goaltenders. At some point in time, coaches realized, hey, if we put the tall kid in the net, he covers more of the net than the short kid. And so that seems to be the big difference between hockey 40 years ago and now. It used to be the short kid was the one that was in the net, and now not so much. So, and they used to not necessarily be the most athletic either. Very often that wasn't the case. But yeah, things have definitely changed, and Hrabal projects to be an excellent goaltender and projects to be a starter in the National Hockey League as well. That is one thing that, again, is more unpredictable with goaltenders than other positions. What are they going to be in the NHL? But that's part of the fun too. So let me know your thoughts. Does he end up going to San Jose? Does he end up going somewhere else? Which teams do you think could really use that next goaltender in line in their system in order to take over, say, 2, 3, 4 years down the road? Because that's realistically what you're looking at with a goaltender is a minimum of 2 years, and he's going to UMass, so that's probably a minimum of 2 years, and then he'd probably need time in the AHL as well. So you're looking at probably a 3-year turnaround at the earliest, I would think, before he's in the NHL. And now that I've said it, hey, he'll somehow end up in the NHL next year. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.